Welcome back to the Morning Blend. It's a beautiful day to be outside grilling brats, and that's exactly what we're doing here with Fox Bros Brats. You might have even seen an article in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel featuring these gourmet brats. They're fantastic, and here to talk more about it, we have Pat Fox. He is with the Fox Bros Piggly Wiggly stores, and we also have Grant Holtackers. He is a trade brewer with Miller Coors, and we're so excited to have both of you here because everybody knows brats go great with beer, right?
Yes, they do.
100%. Let's talk a little bit about your brats and what makes them so special.
Well, one of the things that makes them special is we actually have 15 varieties of brats that we make at our stores. In addition to that, in the last 5 years, we have won awards every year at the Wisconsin Association of Meat Processors Show for our brats. For those years, we got first place awards. And the Wisconsin Association of Meat Processors Show is held in April in Milton, Wisconsin, and it's the largest of its kind in the United States. And we're basically competing against every meat market in the state of Wisconsin. And we're a grocery store, but I might add, we're just not just another grocery store.
Oh, I was going to say, no way is it just a grocery store. Do you actually make the brats?
Yes, we do. We make them at our O'Connell location. We make them every day of the week, Monday through Friday. We make them fresh there. In addition to that, we make our own beef sticks and summer sausage, too. All under our Fox Bros label. That's
so cool. We have video of you actually making them, and people will recognize it because they'll see that label on your meat, right?
Yes, they will.
We talked about the fact that you actually make these brats and that there's a special logo, trademark that they can look for. Now, Don is over here grilling for us. What are you cooking up today?
Well, before I talk about Don, who's our meat manager and slinger, I want to talk about grilling brats because I think there's some myths about grilling brats, and one of the biggest ones is people think they need to take a brat and parboil it or boil it in something before they cook it.
I always thought you had to boil it in beer and onions first.
Wrong.
Really?
All brats should be cooked from raw. That's where you're going to get your best taste and flavor. When you parboil them or cook them ahead of time like that, you take away from the taste and the flavor. Now, when you're done cooking a brat, that's when you put it in the beer, butter, and onions after you cook it.
After you cook it. Okay, so the idea is to put it right onto the grill, raw, and then you put it in the liquid after, so you can put your beer, your onions, your peppers.
Absolutely, and that's the way you should do it. And you should also use hardwood charcoal. That gives you the best effect.
Okay, so hardwood charcoal, is that what you're using today?
That is what we're using today. So, now what we're cooking today is our award-winning brat from this year. We won in the fresh specialty brat category. It's the green and red bell pepper cheddar cheese brat, and we're also cooking what I think is our most unusual brat and our second best seller. It's the pre-cooked spicy Southwest jalapeno cheddar chicken brat.
I dare you to say that 5 times.
Yeah, well, we won the State Fair Blue Ribbon in 2011, I believe it was, for that brat, and we also won, 2010, and we also won a show at the a first place award at the WAMP show for that brat too. If we were a really big company, I'd have our master sausage maker Dean doing commercials, and he'd be holding one of them up and he'd say, "It's the chicken brat. It doesn't taste like chicken. It tastes like pork." It's a fantastic brat.
You've won so many awards, it's probably hard to keep track.
It is sometimes. I get a little confused.
Now, is it true, though, you cleared up one misconception about cooking brats. Is it still true, though, that beer goes great with brats?
There's nothing that goes better with a brat than beer.
Okay, so that's a good chance to bring in Grant, right?
Right, it is, especially when it's paired as the perfect pair.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about pairing, starting with how you pair brats with beer. How do you pick a beer to go with a particular brat?
Well, first of all, beer and food as a whole, they're very natural partners. The process of making beer is very similar to cooking, where we're boiling and adding spices and roasting and toasting grains throughout. So there's a lot of very similar flavors, and I don't think I need to spend too much time really convincing everybody in Wisconsin that brats and beer go together. But the one key is matching flavor intensity. So you have a big flavor, you have to have a bigger flavored beer. And if you have a big flavor or a smaller flavor in your food, a little more delicate beer is going to work.
Okay, should we start off by talking about this one? What type of brat is here, and what type of beer would you put with it?
So yeah, we've got the Southwest chicken brat, and since chicken is a little more delicate protein, it allows us to use a little lighter colored beer, a little lighter bodied beer, but with all those Southwest spices, we've paired it with the Blue Moon Agave Nectar Ale, which is our golden ale. And it's brewed with 100% organic blue agave nectar.
So that's the one that we see here.
Yep.
Okay, so that's sort of like a natural sweetener, right?
It is. It gives it a nice honey-like nutty sweetness, and that sweetness with the spiciness of all those Southwest spices is going to give it this nice spicy sweet combination that works absolutely perfect.
No, people are going to wonder, Pat, can they pick up their beer and their brats at Fox Bros Piggly Wigglies?
Absolutely. We have everything you need for your holiday enjoyment this weekend. So
fantastic. All right, let's go to our next brat then, and how you decided to pair that one.
Right, so our next brat is the bell pepper and cheddar cheese brat.
Okay.
And we've paired that with our batch 19. A batch 19 is an authentic pre-prohibition lager. It's brewed from a recipe we found in the archive room in the basement of Coors Brewing Company. So this is what beer tasted like before the government got involved. And it's got a nice hop complexity, and with that hop complexity, it's going to work with those peppers and all the spices in the brat and really kind of be very herbal and spicy throughout, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Now, coming up this Saturday, people are going to have a chance to sample these for free, and the way it's going to work is there's going to be a special brat featured each Saturday, and this Saturday it's the Philly cheesesteak, right?
That is correct. Every Saturday between 11 and 3 at all 6 of our locations, we'll be sampling the perfect pair. It'll be one of our brats along with one of the Miller Coors beer products. And this Saturday, as you said, is the Philly cheese brat, which we also won an award for, and I think around 2011. And Grant, what beer does that go with?
So the perfect pair for that is the Third Shift Amber Lager. And Third Shift Amber Lager is brewed with caramel malts, and caramel malts are an absolute fantastic pairing with the wonderful grill marks you're going to get and the caramelization that comes out of the onions and the peppers that are in that beer.
That is so cool. Okay, I'm going to give information because I know a lot of people are going to want to come out and sample these award-winning brats as well as the beer that you have paired them with. So again, you mentioned, Pat, that it's from 11 until 3, okay, and all of the Piggly Wiggly locations we're going to list for you in just a second. The tastings are every Saturday. This week, again, it is the Philly Cheese Brat. The Philly Cheesesteak they're pairing with Third Shift Amber Lager from Miller Coors. And you can find the Piggly Wiggly, the Fox Brothers Piggly Wigglies, in Heartland, Richfield, Hubertus, Oconomowoc, Slinger, Jackson, and Saukville. Did I hit all of them?
You got them all right. Absolutely correct.
Now, will you guys stick around? I know you're doing some grilling here. Will you stick around and come back to our studios in a couple minutes so that Tiffany can sample the beer and we can try the brats?
Absolutely. It's time for brats and beer. It's 9 o'clock, or excuse me, it's noon somewhere, isn't it?
For sure it is. Here at least it will be in our studio. And we're looking forward to that. So stay with us here on the Morning Blend. And now I'm going to throw it back to Tiff. All right, welcome back. We are joined by Don. He was doing the grilling out there. Grant, he's with Miller Coors. And then we have Pat here from the Fox Brothers Piggly Wigglies. Some great locations. These are the things that you will be able to sample every Saturday at one of their 6 locations.
What kind is mine?
Yeah,
again,
what kind's
you
mine?
have the award-winning green and red bell pepper cheddar cheese brat.
She got a big mouth, doesn't she?
She does.
All right, what is this one?
And this is the pre-cooked spicy Southwest jalapeno cheddar chicken brat that we won an award in 2000, or at the State Fair we won an award, and at the Wisconsin Association of Meat Processors.
Oh my gosh.
This is amazing.
If you like spicy, that almost tastes like a pork brat. That's an amazing brat. No one has a brat like that I'm aware of. It just
delicious.
It is.
Now, what kind of beer should I drink with this, Grant?
So this one is paired up with our Blue Moon Agave Nectar Ale.
Okay.
And the play on this is the sweet and spicy balance, all those spices with that agave sweetness.
All right,
I
and how
love
about this
that.
one?
And
So good.
I love
yours
that you
we've got
poured
paired up
this
with
for
our
me.
batch 19 pre-prohibition lager. So
she's right out of the bottle. She's like a guy.
taking
Drink
shortcuts.
it. I'll taste it out of the cup. So I can try
batch
2 different
19.
kinds.
Okay. And why did you pair this one with this?
This is
batch
a
19
lager.
has a really,
this is good.
really cool, unique hop complexity that
Yeah.
plays really well with all the peppers and spices in the brats. Just kind of elevate all that delicious spice.
I like this beer. You could drink a lot of these.
It's good.
Just be safe.
Tomorrow at all of your locations, you're going to have a free tasting of the Philly cheesesteak brat.
brat. Yes,
Also
we
an
are.
award-winning brat.
Also
like all
an
of your-
award-winning brat.
okay.
You're absolutely correct.
And it'll be paired up with the Third Shift Amber Lager from Miller Coors, and that's from 11 until 3, right?
Yes, it is from 11 till 3 at all 6 of our locations.
And if people want to find the Fox Brothers brats, which you make in your store, and they're award-winning, you look for the logo that is on Don's hat. So I'm going to have him just hold right there so we can get a shot of it. Here are the locations. They are Heartland, Richfield, Hubertus, Oconomowoc, Slinger, Jackson, and Saukville. And there's that logo, too, on our graphic. But see, look at Don.
There it is. Pat, what's your favorite brat? Like, what do you guys each have a favorite brat?
I actually like our Fox Brothers original the best. I like the Philly cheesesteak too.
Yeah.
And I like the chicken brat. The chicken brat's unique because you can use that as an hors d'oeuvre. People cut it up and mix it with pineapple and peppers and
You don't need a
balsamic.
bun with these, people.
And you said
Eat
the
it
most
as
fascinating thing, don't boil them first. Put
No,
them on
never-
the brat or the grill raw, and then put
Cook
them
it right.
into your beer and your onions and your peppers. Never heard that before.
Yeah, never-
Fascinating.
Never pre-cook a brat.
Thanks, you guys.
It's good
I'm
stuff.
going to taste Molly's now.
Thanks all of you. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It was fun. And Monday on this show, why it is a crime not to prime. We're talking about your face.
Plus, all aboard the SS Badger, why now's the time to set sail.
And how to prepare for your next camping trip. Hopefully you'll go in comfort.
I want your job. You guys get paid to eat.